Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. Happy Friday. We're so excited to have you all with us today. Tina, how are you?
Good Friday morning. Oh my gosh, I am so glad it's Friday. My eyeballs are hurting by Friday, like with the lights and being on, the computer for like all day, every day. Are you guys like the same way? Are your like eyes hurting? That's why I got these like blue blocker glasses. We have some fabulous ladies in the house today. We were like singing some Stevie Nicks before because Stevie Dawn in the house.
Yeah. Correction, we were lip syncing.
Correction, Tina.
True statement.
Because God forbid that we start singing too loud. And my friend Sonia Molina. See, I had to say it a little Spanish. Sonia, where are you coming from?
Water, California.
Oh, so, funny thing is Sonia and I met through a mutual friend, and then we, just started becoming real good friends. I sent her a little gift. She sent me a little gift in the mail. And then we started talking, and I was like, so where do you live? And she was like, oh, I live in Merced.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have family that lives in Merced. In fact, my family, we're from Modesto, California. And she's like, oh my God, I go there all the time. I have people over there. And I'm like, yeah, they live like between like Modesto and Fresno, and have all my, aunts and uncles that all live over there. Haven't been over there in like a long time, but that's where I live. And so that's where she lives. So it's just like a small world.
Awesome.
Stevie, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Mansfield, Texas. Mansfield. I feel like I need to say it that way so that people really believe that I'm a Texan, which is not true. I've only been here 10 years, but I can draw if I need to.
You can put the Texan draw in there?
I can. And then I also lived in Georgia, so sometimes I can be a sweet Georgia belle too.
You can be a Georgia peach.
So I grew up, my dad listened to country music. I grew up listening to country music. So anytime somebody starts talking with a Southern, I just pick it up instantly. And I never realized where. I'm like, why do I talk like that? I didn't grow up there. I don't have this.
It's so weird too that you listen to country music and your dad, I don't even it's almost like you're from California.
Yeah, I am from California. My dad was in the Navy though, right? And he was before he was my dad, he was a real
before he was my dad.
Before he was my dad.
Before he was a daddy. He was a real cowboy. And he rode
he was a real cowboy, cowboy hat, belt buckle,
rodeo.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
rodeo.
amazing.
Yeah, I have one of my favorite pictures of him. And but he listened to country music on 8-track, no doubt.
Did you go to a lot of rodeos?
No, it was before. It was he did that before.
I know, but you didn't go to rodeos when you were growing up. He was like, oh, let's go to a rodeo.
No, I mean, he might have.
Oh, I went to one rodeo, and I was like, ew, it's so dirty.
It's dirty. So, yeah, this is
too funny.
This is this picture I have of him, him with he's I don't know, cleaning something. Because everything was always muddy, but yeah, that's him. And it was somebody took, and my mom has it great big in her house, and so.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
Anyways, yeah, I know I grew up in California, and you think I was a little valley girl or something, but no, I grew up listening to country music, and that's just what we had in our house.
I like the new country music, the new stuff.
No, I'm a traditional.
I don't Patsy Cline type of stuff. I think that's too
and so my rebellion was really more disco music, right? I went that way. But when you said that Stevie Dawn was named after Stevie Nicks, I totally went into my whole Stevie Nicks phase. I remember that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Stevie, did you have a Stevie Nicks phase?
I had a huge Stevie Nicks phase. I think I'm always in a Stevie Nicks phase, to be honest.
I'm constantly in a Stevie Nicks.
I'm constantly in a Stevie Nicks phase. She's on all of my playlists. A lot of times when I am at events and I'm like prepping myself to go on stage, I'll listen to Stevie Nicks.
That's what your pump up music
right? It is. It's like my pump up music. And it's not very pumpy uppy, but it's like for me, it does it, right? Like it's so good. And I used to do the floppy hats, the blonde hair, the bohemian look.
The bohemian look. Like, I mean, she would spin and she would twirl. I think that's what I loved about her. And that she would just
she was herself, man. 100% authentic her. And I think that's the part about it that I like.
Nobody else. Like she was so unique, didn't copy anybody else.
My driving playlist. So like if I'm like, driving down the freeway, there's a bunch of songs that are good driving music that you can just sing at the top of your lungs to. And there's a couple of songs in there that
she's making a comeback though, because a lot of TikTok they're viral right now with that music.
I know.
When I was thinking about that, because they're doing like a skateboard and roller skate type of thing to one of her songs.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
I have a client that teaches how to roller skate. I'll have to ask him if he's got Stevie Nicks on his. He's doing he's actually creating. This is amazing. He's creating an online course to teach you how to roller skate.
I used to roller skate back in the day, and then they came out with the roller blades. I have roller blades, but I fell on my butt like 1,000 times.
Oh no, I'm still like old school roller skates. Like roller blades did not work.
Like they're literally coming back. I don't know if you guys watch Shailene Johnson, but she like rolls around in her roller skates.
Wow.
I should get some roller skates.
Good.
Both get some roller skates.
Right? Because
you, Tina. No, not with that shoulder.
I've got
I have to put a pillow around my shoulder.
We're looking at a house. We're actually getting ready to move. And we found a house that has a swimming pool. I could put
roller skate around the swimming pool.
And then if you fall, just fall into the pool and you're set.
But then she'll sink all the way down to the bottom because then she'll have the roller skates
on. Yeah, and it's in Florida, so it has this like screened in thing over the pool. Wonder if I could hang a disco ball up there.
Yes.
Oh,
you can always hang a disco ball.
Oh yes.
So April has a disco ball everywhere she goes. This is her disco ball that goes.
Oh, I love it.
So my husband actually has it rigged. I have like underneath the desk is a little on switch so that I can turn on my disco ball.
How are you gonna? Can you take your switch with you?
Oh, he'll give me a new one.
Okay, because he's like the MacGyver. Like over the last couple of months, he's been here. You can do this, and here I'm gonna give you an easy button, and here I'm gonna give you this remote panel. Show us that remote panel that he got you. That you can just mute and go to Zoom and go to Facebook, and it's like this little remote panel thing.
Yeah. So I run my whole, it's like a little control panel. So I can mute here. I can go and pull up different, like it has my Facebook, my website, my email.
Wow.
My Chrome.
He is like MacGyver. And then one day she goes, look what I got. And I was like, isn't that like what you're supposed to have when you are in the like gas station?
Right? Like an alarm, like an alarm panel or something, like an alarm button, like a little secret trigger for an alarm. This is my alarm. Yeah. I have my disco ball. Right?
Yesterday I got a little present in the mail. I don't know if you guys see.
You didn't get a little present. You got a big present in the mail.
Look, I'm trying to get it. I'm like,
oh, your poor shoulder. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Isn't it so pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, matches my whole entire office. This is part of my decoration.
Yeah, Tina, I mean, you're like cotton candy, right? Like she's like sugar sweet and everything is that cotton candy pink.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are welcome. I don't know, it'll just sit there and collect dust. You can't like wear it anywhere. We're gonna use it where? To walk from the bathroom to the kitchen down to the family room.
Yeah.
I'm going out. Got my bag. I'm going to the living room now. I can see her walking around the house. I gotta go check the mail. I gotta get my bag.
Go check the mail. I mean, that is serious. So yesterday I kind of had like an emotional day, and she told me she got me a little present, and it was supposed to be here like last week, but it came like on the perfect day. So I had like an emotional day yesterday, and just I needed to pick me up, and I came home and I was like, oh, what's this? Oh.
It was a little I was a word with an O. I'm watching her open this package.
Oh.
She's squealing and
oh my gosh.
I was like, I have to go live. So let me open this box. And then I was like, oh shoot, how am I gonna open this with one hand and then try to go live? I'm like, hold please.
I know, and she puts the phone down. Oh.
Oh,
it's crazy.
It's Friday. You
it's
can tell it's Friday here at the
It is Friday
morning show.
I need Friday only because I need
you're gonna have a busy weekend.
I do have a busy weekend, and we are leaving. I am moving. I've been in this house 21 years.
Oh wow.
Pretty much grew up here, came here when I was 14. And so we're leaving, we're moving to Orlando in like 10 days.
Oh wow.
So when do your pods come?
Friday, in 1 week from today.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and you hardly have any furniture in your house because you've been selling everything off.
I know, so last night we actually slept with our mattress on the floor. It's like we're camping, and it's so cute.
I don't think they have mattresses when you're camping.
I do.
So how do you have your mattress on the floor?
So it got down to 23 degrees here in Denver last night. It is snowing today.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Serious? Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna have to take a picture. And you thought you were gonna get out of Denver before it snows next.
Before it snowed. Well, it's giving me one last farewell. It's giving me one.
There you go. It's waving.
Yeah,
it's waving.
It's saying,
okay.
No,
let's get to know our guests a little bit, just a little bit better. I'm going to read their bios. Sonia has been in the network marketing and direct sales industry for over 20 years, has been in the top 1% of her companies. Woo-hoo. She truly believes that leading with a servant's heart is what makes her successful. She's also a John C. Maxwell coach and mentor, which she coaches people to success by first starting with your mindset. And so we're super excited. We're super excited that you're here.
Yay.
Being all fancy with us. Show us your earrings.
Oh, my earrings.
Oh, wow.
Okay. She's wearing her beautiful for us today, Angel.
I love it. I love it. So Sonia, what have you been up to? Like, how has life shifted for you in the last, minute?
Well, it's just expanding. It's crazy because my word for the year, crazy for 2020.
Was it crazy?
It was crazy?
Yeah, crazy, but the word was expansion, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was crazy. I was like, really?
No, it's crazy given, the circumstances that we're living in today, right? My word was still expansion, and that it's crazy that it is expanding. So many doors are opening and things are growing, and it's just been exciting. So.
Okay, so why do you think? Because there's some people that's not their case. Like, what is it that you had in place, or what is it about what you're doing that kind of opened the door and allowed for that expansion to really take place?
Well, I'm currently with a network marketing company. So our whole thing is we had to pivot like so many. And so, because so many storefronts were closing and, we went from brick and mortar to click and order, I really showed yeah. So
from brick and mortar to click and order.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I was just, I shared with the team, it's like, this is an opportunity for so many to expand into this market or to this space. And so, and offer that, as a way of pivoting for somebody else who was affected. So, our sales never, went down. They've always went up. And then just being that person who is going to offer something that could help. And so I think that's what's really exciting for us.
I love that. Stevie, do you have a word for 2020?
I do. So my word for 2020 was joy. This was my year of chasing my joy and only doing things that served me. I don't know that I can be as optimistic and happy as Sonia is. I'm not sure 2020 and joy went together. But I do think that the reset and the pause forced me to actually really look at my joy. So in that way, I think it really did work for me. But yes, I always do a word of the year. And this year it was joy.
And kind of find out what the real joy was, right? You know, all that stuff. Yeah. What about you, Angel? Did you have a word this year?
You know, I've never done the word thing, right? I know a lot of people do, and they have the one thing that's kind of their vision. And we had somebody yesterday whose word was surrender.
Yeah.
And so I know it's it's a thing. I've never done like a word, but I always am fascinated. I'm like, what's your word? Ooh.
Yeah. So my word 2 years ago was joy. And throughout the whole entire year, God was just bringing little joy things to, I mean, like quotes, and people would send me cards, not even knowing like what that joy was my thing. And it had joy in there. And like all the scriptures that were coming into my head, how all had joy in there. It was just funny. And then last year was transformation. And this year was level up.
Oh,
yeah, it was level up.
Very nice. So do you feel like you've leveled up in 2020?
I definitely feel like I leveled up in 2020. It might not have been my thought, my course of action, but it was God's course of action.
For sure.
God always says, try to make a plan. I'm gonna make sure
we
my way, not yours.
Laughs kind of thing, right? Well, okay. So joy.
Angel, you need to have a word for next year.
You do. You need to do it.
It's gotta be about like new beginnings, a new chapter, a new, it has to be all about, because it's gonna be that way next year.
Yeah, so I'm going through a huge life transition, which I thought I went through a huge life transition when 2.5 years ago I retired from broadcasting and became an empty nester pretty much. Like that was big. And so now, and I kind of have these little moments of kind of freaking out, because I'm not only leaving my house, I'm leaving the state. I feel like I've got all these loose ends I need to tie up.
Country.
But I think that actually having been in quarantine for so long, there's so much less on my plate that is happening outside of my house, right? So really I can take this show on the road and have it anywhere. I love that, instead of brick and mortar, click and order, right? That we've been able to completely pivot and transition and really find how, and I think like you were saying, Stevie, like most people wouldn't say joy. In fact, I saw a meme and it was a Halloween decoration and it was like the numbers 2020 in their yard. And they said it was the
decoration I could come up with.
Yeah. It's the scariest thing, right? Because these are some freakish times. I mean, honestly, some absolutely freakish times. But yet out of it all, like with everything, like the Great Depression, like there's always triumph. Like right now, like some of the most amazing businesses are being started at kitchen tables and in corners of bedrooms, right? To just really think about what's the most important thing to me, to my family. I know, how do I serve my clients at the most highest without all these other really incredible distractions?
And touching like with Stevie, she said that she didn't know she had that joy, but then you kind of figure out, okay, what is really true joy? Being able to be with your family at home and have more time with them, and not travel so much. And I know a lot of us travel, but I think
so what is
not traveling?
What is true joy, Stevie?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I think for me,
that's a great question.
That's a great question. I think for me, true joy is watching the people around me, whether that be family, friends, clients, watching them discover something about themselves that I always knew, but they never knew. Right? So seeing a client achieve something, like I had a client who we've been talking and kind of dancing around this idea of her having a business for 3 years. and she launched her program and she made money this year. Like that was really cool for me to see. That was joy. I celebrated that joy, right? Watching a family member finally get that promotion that they've really been wanting and that I've known all along they were headed that direction, but they kept doubting themselves. Like seeing other people succeed. I know that seems like really flowery, but for me, like that lights me up so much because I feel like that's really what we lack in our world a lot of times is we don't see in ourselves what other people see in us. And so when somebody else has that moment where you see it clicks for them and you see them succeed, have happiness, whatever it is. I mean, 3 of my friends got married during COVID. 2 just had a baby on the same day last week. Wow. Seeing that for them, like that brings me so much joy. And I feel like this year I've had time to actually enjoy that.
Yeah.
I feel like there were so many other things. Like I typically, Tina mentioned travel. I'm typically on the road speaking 2 or 3 times a month. I live out of a suitcase part of the time. I'm in airports and hotels, and I've never had the time to really sit and enjoy, have a watch party with a friend of a movie or be able to sit there. And we did a Facebook Live in the hospital with the baby. Like I would have always just been too busy.
Yeah.
So really this time, I think really helped me find that joy and say, those are the moments that matter.
Yeah.
And those are the moments I want to be present for.
And
so I think that's real joy for me.
Yeah. I mean, you hit it on the head, Stevie, because you said I was able to enjoy. And it's like, if you think about it and break that down, it's enjoy.
Yes.
In the moment.
In the moment.
Love it.
I love that. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. And I like what you said, Stevie, that, and there's so many times that you see that spark in other people that they don't see. I know I've had those people in my life that, when you have those doubts that you're like, and they're like, no, this, and that. You're like, but what? That's nothing. And they're like, yes, it is. Angel has been that person for me the last couple of months, and, and also with doing the Angel and Tina morning show, we're watching people like, I'm going to write a book. And then the next month they're like, oh my God, I'm writing the book. And then 2 months later, they're like, can we get back on the show? Because now I have the book. And then the last couple of months, just kind of watching this whole thing with Angel unfold. Yesterday she was talking about how she, that everybody's watching us in the fishbowl, and they're like, oh, Angel and Tina, they're doing this. But watching this whole thing, like many months ago, I think it was like in June, she was like, oh, we're starting to go through our garage and our basement and starting to sell some stuff. Oh, I saw this and I saw this, and I'm just on a selling spree. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And then the next month she's like, oh, we're going to redo our bathroom. And then, just a month ago, this whole thing came about with her kids. And just to see this whole thing, like, pan out for her. And then earlier this week, you guys all seen, like, on air, her husband comes in and she's like, what are you doing? And she got her house of her dreams. And just seeing that whole thing and her giving everything to God and letting God kind of like take over. We have a lot of conversations outside the show, obviously, but, she'd be like, oh, I don't think it's going to happen. It's too much that it would, like, this one little miracle, okay, it might happen, but there's like 50 miracles that need to happen in order for us to get this house. And she got her house. She got her like dream house. And it's just so good to sit there and watch it, and watching other people's success. I think that's joy for me.
Well, and to bear witness to that, right? Yeah. Because we all need those. We need those witnesses to our lives.
And to know that, you know what, if I do surrender, if I do give, just let it go and let God kind of handle it. Yeah. It could happen. It happened for Angel. It happened for Stevie. It happened for Sonia.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I think one of the things that is really significant about what you were talking about in Joy, Stevie, is it was that it involves somebody else. It involved others. And I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges that people have had during this time is is that human interaction, that human connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's where we find joy, is watching somebody else's happiness, somebody else's success, somebody else step into something they didn't even know was possible for them. And that we get to be a part of that. We get to experience that with them. I think there is something about that that makes, and so you never run out, right? Like
Nope.
you just spread that all over, and the more joy and the more we recognize it and celebrate those moments together and reach out. And, every now and then somebody, I just wake up with somebody on my heart and I'm like, I've got to reach out and connect with that person. And what's so amazing is they're like, Angel, like the timing was divine, right? It wasn't like, you will not believe, like, this is amazing that you're calling me. I'm like, it wasn't me, right? Like, it's something even bigger. And so I think in not traveling as much, not being as busy, as on the go, we're able, I think, almost to be more in tune to some of that.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think, in 2020, it's also been, I don't know if y'all have found this, but it's like we used to connect with people like just by happenstance, like you're out at the grocery store or you're walking in your neighborhood or something, and you see people. And so you have that human connection. I have found in 2020, I have to make it happen. It has to be more intentional. And I also think that's important, right? Like, just, I'm intentionally reaching out to these people. Like you said, somebody comes on your brain, and I'm being a lot more intentional this year about it. And I've deepened a lot of relationships because I have to make the effort. I'm not just going to see them right at the party next week or whatever and just let it happen. I have to make an intentional effort to connect with people. And I think that's made us stronger in 2020.
That's very significant. All right, well, let's read Stevie's bio too, right? Because I read Sonia's. So let's read Stevie. She's Dr. Stevie Dawn. Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. Dr. Stevie Dawn, a 4-time business owner. Yeah, okay, you guys have to like put your coffee down, because if you're drinking while I read this, it might come out. So Stevie Dawn is a 4-time business owner, has served in the U.S. Marine Corps, danced on the Las Vegas Strip, and raced down the Autobahn on the back of a Harley. With over 20 years of teaching and training experience, she uses her knowledge of human behavior to inspire and motivate people to get out of their own way. And yes, she was named after the fabulous Stevie Nicks.
Okay, first of all, what the heck? Read that first line again. She was a Las Vegas dancer, like a.
Well, so it says danced on the Las Vegas Strip, and of course,
okay, so it could be okay. So you got it.
So I could have just walked down the street and danced, and we could call it that. But no, I was actually in a show. I was in a family. I have to say this. It was a family friendly show back in the day when Vegas was a little more family friendly. There was a country show, and I was 14, and I got to dance in the show, and that was my job.
What was your costume?
Gosh, that's taking it back.
Big feathers.
Oh, no. So it was country. So it was shorts, like denim shorts, and like gingham check shirts. Yeah.
Like some Daisy Duke shorts?
Yeah, well, yes, but I was 14, so it was reasonable for 14.
And then what was the other one?
I joined the U.S. Marines when I was 18.
And
so from that's why I always think it's funny. That's why I put it in my bio that way, because from dancing, because if you think dancer, you don't always think Marine.
Yeah. So, and then the Autobahn.
And then, so I ended up, and that was early on in my life. I traveled the world a lot, and I taught dance all over the world. And so one of the places I got to teach was in Germany, and I was there for about 3 months. And there was this guy who much older than me, but very nice man. And he had a Harley, and we used to go cruising, and he took me down the Autobahn, and there's nothing like the wind in your hair, 80, 90 miles an hour down the Autobahn on a Harley. Yeah.
Okay. So Stevie, you're a dancer. How tall are you?
I am 5'6". So I'm not that kind of beautiful statuesque dancer.
I thought you would be taller than that. And I like in my head, you're like, because we only see from the keyboard up.
So I know. Well, and I always stand up when I do these kinds of things because I feel like I have more energy when I stand up. Plus, because I'm a dancer, I can't stop moving around. So
Sonia, how tall are you?
Right.
5'4".
5'4".
Okay. Yeah. You're the tall one, Stevie, in the group.
Oh, well, there you go. I've never really had that in my life, so I'll take it. Thanks.
But are you 5'4", Tina?
5'3.5".
5'3.5". That's right. I remember that now.
I gotta have that half. But when I have 4-inch heels on, I'm 5'6".
There you go.
So I have to tell you, Tina, you might cry. We're packing up all of our stuff and we're not taking any furniture, and I'm using this as a great chance to declutter. And I got rid of probably about 20 pairs of shoes, and I got rid of every one of my 4-inch heels because I thought,
you can't wear them.
I'm not going back to that. I am not going back to that. I've been in flip-flops and tennis shoes and slippers for 7 months. There's no way I'm going to be able to go back to.
If you guys could see I think I've showed it before, my shelves, like I have bookshelves with my shoes, like one this way and one this way. And they're all 3 to 4 to, I think I have like 2 pairs of 5-inchers, but 3 to 4 to 5-inch heels. And I haven't worn them all year long.
In rainbow color? Do you do the rainbow?
They are all in rainbow color. Like all.
Do you guys do you do the rainbow thing?
No, I do. I have 4 colors in my wardrobe. Literally 4.
Blue,
white,
black.
and blue.
Black, white, blue, and I don't know if it'll show up in camera. Maroon. Merlot.
That's pretty. That's really pretty.
That's so pretty.
And so all of my shoes are also the same 4 colors.
Oh, yeah.
So my Merlot boots, those are my faves.
Yeah,
they have fringe off the side and they're bedazzled. They're amazing.
Ooh. Are they? Do you have them handy?
Like picture.
Well, I could go get them, but they're in the other room. Do you want me to go get them?
Yeah, go get them.
Okay.
Go get them. Yeah, because I think we got to
right back after these commercial messages.
Right, I could take a quick commercial break, and then and then we can talk.
Yeah, I'll have to show you guys my shoe shelf. So I don't have my house right now, so I have a roommate. So I have half my clothes in a storage unit. So every season I go and take my spring and summer wardrobe and all my wedges and all my summer clothes and the light pinks and all that kind of stuff. I pack those away, take all my shoes, pack those away, and bring in all of my boots. Ooh, Angel.
Sorry, hold on. I had my screen up with the.
She's like, hold on, let me see.
Hold on. I have to close this up.
Wow.
Ooh. Those are fun.
Yeah, these are fun.
Boot scoot and boogie with those.
Yeah. They're amazing.
Scoot and boogie.
So yeah. So anytime I see shoes that are in any of the 4 colors, I tend to buy them, especially when they look like this. And I wear these on stage at my live event. Because
of course you would. Of course you would.
And I come up to the Diva song by Beyonce, because why not, right?
Because why not?
Sonia, do you wear 4-inch heels? Do you wear fringe? No.
I have like cheetah shoes, like heels, like that print. I love animal print, everything. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I like cheetah. I have some zebra shoes and I have some snakeskin shoes, but I have like 4 or 5 pair of cheetah.
So I don't like snakes. Like that's a thing for me.
I don't like snakes either.
Yeah. I bought a dress one time that was an animal print, and I thought was this really sexy animal print. And I wear it to the studio, and my producer says, that's a really pretty snakeskin print.
And you're like, what?
I'm like,
get it off.
I did. I'm like, I went and bought a new dress and changed out of the dress. I'm like, I can't wear it.
Listen, snakes give me like anything creepy crawly. Like I can't do spiders and all that stuff. And I cannot, for the life, I cannot do snakes. Like I cannot.
But I do love, the animal, like the cheetah and the zebra, even like the giraffe, like with the big splotches, right? Like there's some really cool Yeah, there's some really cool animal prints and stuff out there, but I can't do. Yeah, when he
Can't
told me
wear-
I was wearing a snake dress, I was
But
creeped
it
out.
wasn't really a snakeskin dress. It just had the
No, it was
print.
yeah, because it was fabric. Because it was like yeah, it was like a really soft, like fabulous little
And
yeah,
you couldn't do it.
Because now when I look down, yeah.
Okay, so Angel, you're moving to Florida, right? So there's
shut your mouth.
okay,
because I have
that's another thing that creeps me out are
an
those
alligator.
things.
We have an alligator in the lake right behind us. So
that's another thing that creeps me out is that because I lived in Georgia for so long and I have 2 tiny dogs and everybody would always tell me, Tina, you better watch out. You always let your dogs go running outside to go to the bathroom.
So if I move out, if I put the house on the market 6 weeks later, you'll know why.
Right? Because Tina, guess what? That's why they have those things over the pool. So that way the alligator don't go into your pool when you go in there and you go out there when you're with your coffee and your Bible and you see an alligator on the bottom of your pool.
True.
Yeah, that might not be good.
Big bugs there, I think. Big bugs.
She's rethinking her decision right now.
Yeah, right. She's like literally in her backyard. There's a lake, and she showed me. I said, "Well, you got to be careful." She goes, "I know."
The one thing in in Colorado, like there's no bugs. Like there's no bugs. There's like no humidity. There's like it's all good.
So there is bugs in Florida. But so there's no bugs in Colorado, like sand gnats and mosquitoes.
No.
I need to move to Colorado because that's another thing. In the summertime, I don't like.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
My gosh,
it's gorgeous.
So in the summertime, I don't like going outside because these mosquitoes love my blood.
Oh yeah.
Like I get eaten up.
You're cotton candy.
You are. You're super sweet.
So sweet.
Okay, ladies, I have to spotlight our sponsors. And then when we come back, you can tell us all the exciting projects you've got and fun things you've got coming up. Don't leave without us getting there because we have to get there. All right. So our Angel and Tina Morning Show is brought to you by our fabulous sponsors, Zondra TV Network, Bliss by the Lake Boutique, and Sonic VA. Bliss by the Lake Boutique is our clothing sponsor. It's time to get to your fall wardrobe, or here in Denver, our winter wardrobe, more sweaters. They update their inventory every single week, and you can check them out online at Bliss by the Lake Boutique. And Zondra TV Network. We are globally and digitally streamed on all those fabulous on-demand channels that you love watching. Well, find the Zondra TV Network and search for the Angel and Tina Morning Show and tell all your friends. And if for some reason you're like, I think I want to start my own TV show, I've got content, I do a podcast, I do live videos, take it digital, take it to digital streaming and go global with a global syndication program of your own. And you can schedule a discovery call when you go to beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com and check out their affordable global marketing experiences. And then Sonic VA, if you feel like you're just overwhelmed, right? You can't get it all done. There's too much on your to-do list, or here it is, we're going into the weekend. And if you think, oh, I didn't get all my work done, so I can't play. Well, hire it out, hire a VA or a team of virtual assistants. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, you're going to get a 10% discount off your first 40 hours of VA service at sonicva.com. That's SONICVA.com. Those are our sponsors. These are our guests. This is our Friday morning show.
Okay, so while we're on commercial break, I went and got my snakeskin shoes.
Oh, wow.
Those are
gorgeous.
pretty.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty.
See, I would.
These are my favorite.
Oh, I love those.
Those look like a Victoria's Secret, something you see on a Victoria's Secret runway.
I got them on Shoe Dazzle.
Yeah.
But they're so pretty.
They're beautiful.
Really pretty.
I love the detail there. So this is my favorite shoe, and then these were my snakeskin. These are my 5-inchers.
So had you not told me they were snakeskin, I would just see like a pretty design, and I would almost.
You see the snakeskin?
You know what, girl? I don't look at snakes anymore, so
You know how anybody
doesn't know what their skin looks like.
Like, so you know how anytime anybody puts on social media, what kind of snake is that? I'm like, a snake that you don't need? Like, I don't care what kind of snake it is.
I block them. I'm like, what if I come back here and it shows up again? So I have to actually block them for a little while. If you put a snake.
I'm loving the mute. I'm loving that mute button, the mute thing on Facebook.
Like I just can't, because what if I accidentally come back here and I see that again? And I just don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
We're focused on the joy, and the joy is not that.
That is not the joy.
It is not. Well, thank goodness that Michael does not have like a snake. Like, Mom, can I get a pet snake? No,
he loves me.
He's just like.
Anybody around me who loves me, that would never be something.
Never be a thing.
Like, so they never have said, Mom, can I get a pet snake when they were little?
No, because they love me. I think that
they were little, they don't know that you have a complete horrendous.
So you know how like you attract the energy into your world, right? Like of what you put out, you attract. So nobody in my world
likes snakes.
Loves snakes.
Good.
Like that. I just think that's a given. They might not hate them, but there's nobody in my world, because of what I attract, I think that would love snakes. I just think that because they love me, they can't love snakes.
Do it. I cannot do it. Like everybody's like, oh, let's get a snake and wrap no.
Okay, can we change the subject?
Oh yeah, let's change the subject. Let's go back to Sonia. Let me get my pillow for my arm.
Sonia, what fabulous, exciting things are coming up in your world?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I have so many things. We have our team that is expanding like crazy for my network marketing business. I'm doing a little more coaching, which is really my passion, because I feel just like Stevie, it's just how do we bring the greatness out in people, right? Just like people have done for myself. And, and it's like, what's holding you back? Come on, let's just pull that out. And so I think pouring into people is my passion, and it's just for me, fills my cup. Right. And so I'm doing that, and just, hopefully writing a book with Tina someday. I mean, she's just like, you need to write a book. And I'm like, I know. I know. But yeah, so hopefully that's, coming too. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do you do like, 100-day goals or anything you want to make sure like you've wrapped up before the end of the year, going into next year?
Well, I have like a projection where I want our team to be, I do try to plan out my year, but this has kind of been a crazy year. So, nothing, if anything doesn't happen, it's okay. I really don't feel like every effort has to be like, okay, I hit my target and I'm okay. I'm okay if it doesn't happen, especially right now. So you just got to give yourself some grace. And as long as you put in forth the effort, and if it doesn't happen, at least you're moving forward still, right? Moving that needle forward. So I'm okay with it this year, but I am pretty competitive for myself. And so I try to set personal goals. Like right now, personally, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds. And so if I fall back a day, it's okay. I'm not like, oh my gosh, the world is over. I just give myself some grace and just get back on track. So yeah.
Did you gain the COVID-19?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I tried to put on my jeans the other day and they shrunk.
I saw that.
Like,
I know. But just the other day, I'm like, girl, I got there 5 months ago. Like, you
well, that's because you left the house. Like, I didn't have to wear jeans anywhere else. I wore yoga pants everywhere.
I have new yoga pants on today. Ooh,
are they the fancy yoga pants?
No, they're just yoga pants, but they're new.
Have you noticed that a lot of the like boutiques and stuff have turned to the COVID fashion? Like, the comfy pants on the bottom and the cute shirts on top.
I know. I have a client who does, she has like body sculpting kind of like stuff, when she's like, normally this time of year, everybody's getting ready for their gala gowns, like all the the big, events that are coming in, and they want to look gorgeous in their gowns, or, their holiday vacations. And she's like, this year, everybody's going to be wearing, she said, fur-lined, we should have gone into business and created fur-lined sweatsuits, right? Like, all fancy on top, but a sweatsuit really, because all of our galas, like all of our nonprofit
everything
events
is from here up.
And they're virtual.
Yeah.
Like we're all on screen. We've got our Bridge of Hope gala tomorrow night, and it's virtual. So
what are you gonna wear?
It don't matter, right? Like
you should wear your disco dress. I don't even care.
I don't, like, it's just like not even a thing anymore. I used to like get all like, I was all excited about it, but now I'm like t-shirt and yoga pants. Like, why even try?
You know what was good the other day when I went out with my friend, I had to put like real shoes on, because I wear tennis shoes when I go for a walk, and I put real shoes. And
so we have to ask, out of all the shoes
that I wore,
which ones did you choose?
I had some wedge boots on, because we were going to the mall, and I knew we were going to walk around, and we were going to be like there for hours and hours. We met for lunch, and we were going to stay till like late. So I had some wedge boots on, and we literally walked 1,400 steps. I had my little Fitbit on, and I was like, oh, wow. I think I did pretty good, seeing that those are my first time wearing like real shoes and being wedges. I rocked it.
Yeah, I think you have to start with wedges. I think that you have to start with wedges. I think it's like training ourselves how to walk in high heels again.
Like that time that you were going to go to Vegas, you were like, look, I started wearing wedges.
I was walking around my house practicing. We went to dinner like 2 weekends ago, and I put on some heels, and I seriously, I forgot how to walk in heels.
Like, you were like a 2-year-old with your mommy shoes on.
Yeah, I was kind of clumsy. Like, I went to step off the curb, right? And I was like a little like
a baby giraffe.
Right? Yes. It was definitely that. Okay, Stevie Dawn, what do you have coming up?
Oh gosh. Well, coming up, I have the summit with y'all, November 17th. We just decided that today. So see, this is my calendar. This is what I got going on. So yeah, I have tons of engagements, speaking engagements, conferences, stuff like that. But I think what I'm really excited about right now, and what I'm devoting the majority of my time to, is my coaching clients. We did a group coaching program this year, which I've never been home long enough to actually commit to like a program. And so this year I said, what the heck, let's do it. And so it's just been so good getting to have quality time with this group of just amazing, badass women. And we get together every Friday. So we're actually getting together this afternoon. So I'm super excited for that. And it's just been great to watch them grow, but then also just to have that time together, and that connection has been awesome. So I've been keeping busy with that, and always adding new people to it too, which is great for networking. So that's awesome. And other than that, man, it's the speaking engagements. I do webinars every week. It feels like right now, it's like every 2 days I'm on a Zoom doing something. But 2 days. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of on-camera time for me these days. But I love that the technology exists, that we can do things like this.
Yeah.
Because gosh knows 2020 would have been a lot harder without that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really just grateful, and I'm in just a good place. And you were asking Sonia about her goals, and what I was thinking in my head is, I've always set goals, and I've always been super competitive with myself, Sonia. I totally felt that when you said it. And this year I made my goal a feeling goal instead of an achievement goal. So I wanted to feel a certain way by the end of the year, because I think when we put that in our mind and we start working towards that, it ends up being there. So where I wanted to be at the end of 2020 is just at peace, because it's been a lot of this year, lots of ups and downs. And so I just want to feel like at the end of 2020, I'm at peace, and I'm already feeling that way. So I feel like it's going to be a great way to achieve my goal. And in the meantime, we're going to do group coaching and webinars and anything people want me to do, because this is how I connect now. So I love it. And it's just been really good.
Getting a lot of other people that you would normally not have met otherwise.
Yes. Yeah. So we do these webinars every month as just a way to kind of give to the community and get my voice out there. Right. And so we do these free webinars every month, and I've done them for years. never really had a lot of success. And then all of a sudden this year, right, I have 200 people on these webinars and they're growing. And I've connected with people in countries, foreign countries I never would have connected with otherwise, right? Like I have a phone call today with somebody from the UK who's been watching my webinars and wants to join my group program. Like that's just such a cool place to be, to your point. Like we just get to see so many people and meet so many new people in this. And I think it's forced us because of 2020. We're forced to do it this way. But it really has allowed me to really expand my own network and my own growth. And I think that's been really, really great.
You know, you said how you pivoted right now, because now you're home and you have the time.
Yeah.
We totally shifted, right? We did a 12-week program. Like I would have never had 12 weeks to say I could commit to that before. And we're actually getting ready to run our third round of it. Tina and I started doing this show every morning. When she first said, let's do this, I'm like, well, I can only do it, for a couple of weeks because I'm going to be back on the road, right? I'm going to be back traveling again. I won't be able to do it once we're opened up. And here we are. What is this? 150th episode?
150 today.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. That's incredible.
150 episodes. And it just gets better. And we started the Connect. Well, first we started the Connect Summit and we have done 8. And we have our 9th one on November 17th that Stevie Dawn is going to be one of our speakers at. And we literally took that idea from idea to
like we came up with the idea and we hosted it. And 10 days later.
In 10 days. We were the first ones.
Was able to pull, we had 28 speakers, 2-day event. And to your point, Stevie Dawn, 1,200 people watched this. You would not be able to do that.
And people that came that had kids and dogs and husbands that they couldn't leave. Like they were able to watch us and still do things around the house and take care of their kids and have a kid on their hip. And they kept telling us, thank you guys so much, because if this was in live, I wouldn't have been able to come.
Yeah.
And so we just kept on doing it. So now we're doing our 9th Connect Summit, November 17th. And it's just, I feel like it just gets better and better and better. And then with the Angel and Tina morning show, the response that we get and the comments that we get behind the scenes, like you guys are, you guys really are a bright start to our day. And when you guys are not on, I feel like I'm missing something. Thank you guys so much. You guys have helped me. This person that you brought on, I connected with her. So it's so many of those kinds of things that if it wasn't for what happened here in 2020, we wouldn't have been able to have. So we were able to take something that was so tragic and take it and turn it into something that, was people were grateful for.
Yeah. No, Sonia, how do you want people to connect with you?
They can find me on Facebook under Sonia Leon Molina. And just that way I'm working on my website, refining it. But that's how you can find me.
Stevie Dawn.
For me, it's everything is Dr. Stevie Dawn, Dr. Stevie Dawn. And you can find it on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and my website is drsteviedawn.com. So we'd love to connect with anybody and come to my webinars and come to the summit and do all the things.
Do all the things.
Do all the things. We want to do all the things. And right now we get to. Yesterday, I thought it was going to be a pretty low day. Didn't seem like there was as much on my calendar. And, when I started the day, and then the thing ended up just like filling up. There's always more things to do. But it is a time. It is a time to connect. It is a time to have access to people we might not have ever had access to before. And truly to be more intentional. If somebody does come to mind and is on your heart, like reach out to them. That's not a coincidence.
Act on those promptings is what I've always taught my clients to do.
A text message, it could be a Facebook message, even just go and see what they're up to online and comment and like and share and react to them. It doesn't always have to be like this, very intense conversation, right? It's just reach out and tell them you're thinking about them. And I mean, that makes everybody, like when people tell me that they've been thinking about me, I'm honored. Like I feel really blessed when that happens.
You know, 9 times out of 10, Angel, when that, you know, it's God putting somebody on your heart to say, hey, this person needs you right now. And it's 9 times out of 10, you call them or you text them or you respond to a comment and they go, oh my gosh, I needed that today. Thank you for that today. And it's always
just this weekend is going to be a really crazy busy weekend. I've got the Systems Summits. It's systemssummits.com, kicked off about almost an hour ago, is happening all day today, all day tomorrow. I'm one of their featured speakers. So check out the systemssummits.com for your free ticket.
Plural.
And
then you got the Bridge of Hope Gala tomorrow night.
Our Bridge of Hope Gala, if you want to help support homeless moms getting into permanent housing, we've got a really fun evening. We have this incredible auctioneer, some great things that you can bid on. And so it's just a lot of fun. It's our Denim and Diamonds Bridge of Hope Gala, which, you know, normally I would be all decked out. So I don't know what I'll end up be wearing, but our Bridge of Hope Gala. And so thank you to all who have supported Bridge of Hope here throughout the show. I know I've got a lot of supporters.
And they have this amazing sauce. It's called, what is it called, Angel? The sauce?
Oh, the sauce, the margarita base. Yeah, it's called the sauce. You're gonna have to
send that to me next.
Yeah, that's pretty yummy. The Mink Life, the next global virtual conference, is also happening this weekend. And I feel like there's like one more. Like it is a busy weekend. Right. And I'm packing and camping in my own.
Yeah, I'm packing too because
if anybody in Denver needs an entertainment center, a kitchen table, I think that might be all that's left.
So you're not. So you sold your bedroom set, but not your mattress?
No, we didn't sell the mattress because I gotta sleep on it till I leave.
So are you gonna sell your mattress?
Probably just give it away. I don't know that you can really sell a mattress in COVID during this time. I don't know.
Really
I don't know.
True.
But yeah, and my desk.
She has a couple of things that she's gonna
chair.
A white chair.
Yeah, everything, all the furniture is not coming with us. So if you're in the Denver market and you want some stuff, or you know somebody that needs some stuff, we got stuff, right? We got stuff and it's gonna go. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I am Angel Tussey, your media matchmaker. We have created an incredible community. The Law of Association is alive and well here. If you've got a business, a book, a brand, something you want to promote, get the word out, wish more people had heard of, we can get you started with our complimentary media starter kit at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. The secret sauce, right, is 2 interviews a week and 1 press release a month. That puts you on over 100 stages and in front of thousands of media outlets. Teach you how to monetize that book, create a residual revenue on the backside. Yeah, we have a lot of fun here.
We do. We have a little bit more fun. I was talking to Sonia yesterday. She's like, I'm just getting a little bit nervous. I'm like, girl, it is completely like 4 girlfriends getting together for coffee and laughing for an hour. Mm-hmm. We have so much fun here on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with building your audience, finding the right clients, or even retaining those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that I hope you grow your audience organically, online and offline, connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. And you can grab your free guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. We always have a fabulous time here on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're so grateful for you, our audience members, our guests, our amazing new friends that we meet every single day. We hope we brought a bright start to your day. Hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. We will see you guys on Monday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.